So something alarming just happened in the tech world. One of the biggest software companies in the world, Atlassian, just laid off 10% of its entire workforce. That's about 1,600 employees gone almost overnight. Atlassian is the company behind tools like Jira and Confluence, which millions of companies rely on to manage their products and software development. So when a company that important starts cutting jobs, people start paying attention to it. But the most unsettling part is why they did it. According to reports, Atlassian said that the layoffs are part of a shift towards AI and new technologies. And in other words, the company believes that the future of workforce is gonna need completely different skills, which also means something else, that some of the jobs people were hired for just a few years ago may no longer exist in an AI first era. And Atlassian is not the only company that's doing this. Over the past 2 years, the tech industry has experienced some of the largest layoff waves in history. Amazon cut thousands of workers across multiple divisions. Microsoft eliminated 10,000 jobs as it restructured its workforce. And Google's parent company Alphabet laid off 12,000 employees globally. Meta has also announced massive layoffs affecting thousands of workers across multiple departments, and fintech company Block just recently cut around 4,000 employees as it reorganized its business. And when you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, the numbers are becoming even more shocking. And according to tech layoff trackers, more than 240,000 tech workers have lost their jobs in 2023 alone, and layoffs have continued into 2024, 2025, and now 2026. So some estimates suggest that thousands of companies have announced layoffs since the start of the tech slowdown. And the shocking part is that this isn't just a few struggling companies anymore. It's kind of becoming like a global trend at this point. So why are companies laying off their employees? Well, there are three major reasons. The first reason is artificial intelligence. AI tools are rapidly evolving. Software developers now have AI tools that they can generate code with, and customer support can be handled by AI chatbots. And designers can create graphics in seconds using AI. And even research, writing, analysis are increasingly being automated. So many companies are starting to realize that they can operate with fewer employees by relying much more on AI tools. And the second reason, which I think is more probable, is overhiring during the pandemic. So during COVID, many tech companies experienced massive growth, and people worked remotely, digital services kind of exploded, and companies assumed that this kind of growth is going to continue forever. They hired aggressively. But when the growth slowed down, companies kind of realized that they had way too many employees for the amount of work that was available. And the third reason is basically pressure from investors. When companies announce layoffs, their stock prices often rise. Why is that? Because investors see layoffs as a way to cut costs and increase profits. For example, several companies saw their stock price increase shortly after announcing layoffs. And this creates a strange incentive. Cut workers, increase efficiency, and make investors happy. But the most worrying part of this trend is what it might mean for the future. So historically, when layoffs happen when companies are struggling, right? But now layoffs are happening even when companies are profitable. That means layoffs are no longer just about economic downturns. They're more about structural changes on how work is being done. And AI is starting to replace many forms of knowledge work, not just factory jobs, not just manual labor, but jobs that require education and specialized training. That means developers, analysts, marketers, researchers, and even writers. And if AI keeps improving at the pace at which it is improving, many companies may discover that they simply don't need as many employees anymore. Think about that for a moment. For decades, people believed that education guaranteed job security, right? But now technology is advancing so quickly that entire professions could change within a few years. Some economists are already warning that AI could transform the labor market faster than previous technological revolutions. Unlike the Industrial Revolution, which took decades, AI adoption is happening almost instantly. New tools appear every few months, companies adopt them quickly, and workers suddenly find their skills are being outdated. And that's exactly why the Atlassian layoffs matter. They might not just be a one-time corporate decision, but they might be a signal as to what's coming next. A world where companies rely on fewer employees but more on machines, where AI kind of becomes the backbone of industries. Well, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'm gonna be making more videos like these, so make sure that you're subscribed to this channel, leave your thoughts in the comments, share this with your friends and family, and I'll see you in the next one.